This video is for cello students. In this video, you will learn how to take your cello out of the case and how to set the end pin to the correct height. The first thing that you want to do before you take your instrument out of the case is you want to take the bow out of the case because we don't want the bow to break or get bumped while we're moving the case around. Some of your cello cases might have the end pin sticking out, and that's fine. Some people like to leave it out, and some people like to zip over top. I'm going to lay this down, and I'm going to unzip with the cello still laying on the side. Just going to pull the two sides of the case open, and then I like to maybe come back up, holding the cello by the neck. So right here, I'm holding it with my right hand and taking the case off with my left. The next thing I'm going to do is show you how to get your end pin to the correct length. I prefer, if I'm going to do this, to put it down on the floor, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to put it up on my table. So I'm laying the cello flat. There is the end pin at the bottom. There should be, some of you might not have the rubber stopper. You might have like a silver pointy looking thing, and that's fine. You should have a little screw, and you're going to turn it to the left to loosen it, and then you're going to pull the end pin out. You're going to tighten that end pin. Make sure it's really tight. So again, you would probably do this on the floor or on a chair. I'm just holding it up so you can see. And then to make sure the cello end pin is the right height, you need to stand with your arm straight out, holding onto the neck, and the scroll should be about in line with your nose. Mine is a little bit tall. I think it's a little bit more close to my eyes, so I'm going to put it in just a tiny bit. So this is really just a guideline. Remember, this is not going to be, it has to be right at the nose, but the nose will give you a good starting point. And then when you sit in a chair to play, and we'll talk about this in a different video, it shouldn't be too tall. If the end pin's too tall, it's going to come up here. If it's too low, the cello will be down here. Just remember that when you have your end pin out and your arm is straight out, that your nose is in line with the scroll. And I'm talking about this curly part right here. That's the scroll. Okay? So that's how we get our end pin out. And then to put it away, you want to put your end pin in first, and you're going to grab your case. I like to hold my cello up with one arm. I'm going to take the case over the scroll, keeping the cello stable and moving the case around it. Okay. Now, remember that there is a front and back to this case, and there is a front and back to your instrument. So for the day violins cases that look like this, the front, which is where the strings are and the bridge is, that's the side that has the logo and the tag, okay? If you put this on backwards, you're going to be putting pressure on the bridge and the strings, and that's not good. So we want to make sure that we're putting the case on properly. The side that sticks out more with a little bump, that's the front side. I like to lay it down and zip it up. And then at that point, you would grab your bow and put it back in the bow pocket.